Welcome on in, everyone, to the Dynasty Deal Show. I'm Ty at TyDeclare44. I'm joined by Shane Manila at Shane Says FF. And I don't know who let us both in the room without any adult supervision, but you have us unfiltered and unhinged tonight, everybody. So welcome on in. This is the Dynasty Deal Show, Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern, every Friday. Be here, be a member, sign up, $3.99 a month US, $5.99 Canadian. You know, we're going to be in here. We're going to talk your trades. This is the premier premium, to a lot of P's, trade show for the people. Shane, how you doing, my friend?
A lot of P's. Some people like P's. Other people like D's. Whatever. It's all about whatever makes you happy. You know what we love here, though? Trades. Everybody loves trades. I'm good, man. I'm good. Another week without our dude Scott. Got to talk to him this week. Hopefully he'll be back next week. If not, it'll be me and you again, and we'll rock it out no matter what. So I'm ready to rock. We've got a lot of 19-part trade questions in there. This is going to be interesting. It's just me and you. You know, sometimes I do have a tendency to just daze off, but I can't do it when it's just the two of us. I can't. It'll be noticeable, too noticeable at that point. So I'm going to have to be locked in. I'm laser focused.
Yeah, get ready for awkward pauses of silence. But I know if Scott's watching from far away, he's screaming right now. There's one rule on this show. If you hear this, we got to wrap it up. So I need you to call this on me. I need to get you a bumper so you can press that as well. But let's start at the top. John K, 1 of 3. Here we go. It's a 12-team start 10 super flex PPR. It's a 0.75 tight end premium, Shane. Trade Drake May, Justin Jefferson, a 26-second and a 27-second. For Lamar Jackson, Terry McLaurin, Isaiah Likely, and a 2027 first. Now, we have more stuff for team context. We know that 2027 is a real year. I did see a calendar, Shane, so we can at least say it's going to be a real year. But where does your heart usually lie here? Lamar, McLaurin, Likely a 27 first, or May, Justin Jefferson, and 2 seconds.
Man, so Lamar and Jefferson cancel each other out for me. I do know one is a quarterback and the other is not, but I quite frankly don't care about that. Like, you know, if you're doing a startup, I guess Lamar would go first. But to me, they're close enough that I'm just going to cancel those two out, right? So then it's May, a 26 second, and a 27 second for McLaurin, Likely, and a first.
I don't think McLaurin, Likely, and a 27 first gets you Drake May in today's Dynasty Streets in a 12 by 10.
No, I don't think so either. And giving up JJ and May just feels like too much to me. It just does. I know. Look, I love getting Lamar, but I think I would hold. I'd hold here. Yeah, it's just too much on that one side for me.
Yeah. So John said he has May, Fields, Danny Dimes, backups. He got Gibbs, Genty, CMC, Roshan, Tank, Cans. I'm assuming Tank Bigsby, Chase, Justin Jefferson, Puka, Travis Hunter, Jacoby Myers, Luther Burton, Pop Douglas. We got Hunter Henry, Chig, Okonkwo, and Conklin, but just Conks, and Mayer. Yeah. When does it make sense to trade from a strength or advantage to fill weaker spots, or is this construction still viable for a contender considering the quarterback room and the atrocity that is my tight end? So he's saying, I have all of the wide receivers, Shane. So when does it make sense to actually trade away from that to address other spots? Or is there a different way that maybe you would approach it?
I mean,
rather than the deal here?
I'd probably go less big here, right? How do I go about not trading May and JJ? Like I'm creating a hole, trying to fill one hole, or maybe not that, right? I get that you have a lot of wide receivers, but but the drop, you're moving May, right? So you'll have Lamar, but you still don't have a locked in QB2, right? So I just, can I move? I don't want to. Can I move Puka or Hunter though, right? Can I move one of these guys just for a quarterback on their own? Like, what's the quarterback I could get with for Chase or JJ? Because it should be, if it's not Lamar, can I go try to get Jalen Hurts for him? Like, I'd rather do a 1-for-1 like that than kind of like kneecap myself by also giving up the quarterback when I'm trying to strengthen the quarterback position.
Yeah. I mean, you're probably looking like a Joe Burrow, a Patrick Mahomes, a Jalen Hurts. I'm looking at John Bauer's tiers right now. Like, that's his straight across that range. I mean, I would love to get to Josh Allen, Jaden Daniels, Lamar Jackson, but that just feels difficult. So, I mean, if you can do that, yeah, maybe straight swap that. But I'm with you there. Like, I'm okay to hold on to Chase, JJ, Puka. Like, I feel like I'd rather hold on to that and just say, you got to beat me now with what I have. Like I said, Hunter. I think having Hunter takes away what Myers and Burden can be to your roster. So, I mean, can I take Hunter and Burden and do something with that? Can I take Hunter and Burden? Can I get Jared Goff and a first? I don't know, like just something like that where I can kick that value back. I can still get into the wide receiver game later, but I can still address that quarterback.
Yeah, you've got a ton of other ways to go about this. I'm not a fan of, like I said, using May to also upgrade at quarterback when I'm still light at QB too. Just not a fan of that.
That's fair. Anything else on this one that you would do? Again, like
no, man. Look, you do have a strength at wide receiver. So again, I'm good quarterback hunting with that. I'm good quarterback hunting with like CMC. If someone, I don't know how your league feels about him, but Ty already brought it up. You could use Burden, you can use Hunter. If you want to, pull out the big guns, like I said, you got Chase, JJ, and Puka. Like one of those dudes should get you a top 8 quarterback. Like that should be something you can get by themselves, not with doing all this other stuff adding to them.
Yeah, you're probably getting a little ahead of yourself when you're adding picks on top of JJ, on top of May, just to get to that quarterback. So the format fits it, right? 12 by 10. I want to climb that quarterback ladder, but I'd rather do it a little more economically, knowing I'm trying to fill that quarterback 2 spot. So yeah, no, all good, John. So thanks for getting us started. That's a good one. We'll hop on over to Mike Conron. It's a 12-team Superflex PPR. It's a tight end premium league. Start 10. It's a 6-point passing touchdown, -3 interceptions. In the startup, just finished, he traded Jordan Love, which is 403, for a 26 first and 701, which is Olave, 603 Ibuka for Harvey, 608 and a 26 second, and then Bayshal Tootin, 910, for a 26 first and Benson. I mean, you're getting a 26 first for Tootin straight up plus.
I traded Love for a 26 first and 701. Yes.
So 3 different deals.
And Ibuka.
Yeah, so 3 different deals. Love for a 26 first and Olave. How do you feel there?
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, so fine.
I mean, yeah, it's fine.
It's fine. We'll come back to that. We got Ibuka for RJ Harvey in a second.
Yeah, I want an RJ Harvey side.
Yeah, I'd want the 2-for-1 there as well.
Okay.
And then it's Tootin for a 26 first and Trey Benson. It's not even about Benson. You're getting a first for Tootin.
That's just ridiculous. That there's nothing to even discuss with that one. So, I mean, in the aggregate, obviously I like your deals. And it's not even like I hate the Love deal. It's just, I do wonder, I don't know if Matt shared the rest of his team, like what his quarterback room looks like that. Okay. Yeah.
Lamar, Dart, Flacco, Milrow. We've got Hampton, Harvey, Benson, any running back on the 53. We got Ladd, Addison, Olave, Pittman, Lovell. Lovell.
Lavelle. Good old Lavelle. I love Lavelle.
And Pitts. 326 first, 226 seconds, all his futures. Doesn't know if Liam Cohen is in his league and knows Tootin will be a bell cow. Well, fair enough. Also, a lot of teams feel like they're competitive, but 3 to 4 teams like with Lamar and co will prevent him from out tanking. Thinking of using Dart and picks to try to get a quarterback wide receiver and see if they can compete. Yeah, I don't mind that. But yeah, go ahead, Scott or Shane.
So you went hammer quarterback Loveland. Okay, Loveland. That makes sense.
There it is.
Loveland. Yeah. I don't know why we couldn't figure that out. We're like Lavelle. Anyway, Carvel. You went ahead and got Lamar first, so you got the hammer QB. So your second QB, you're willing to go a little dirty with, right? But I do like, yes, can I use Dart and something to then instead of going super dirty, get a quarterback? The only thing is I don't know what tier you're going to get to with Dart and something. And is it worth doing? Like if you have to add, I don't know, let's give me those wide receivers again. Let's say you had to add, no, you know what I'd be okay with? Can I add Olave to Dart and go get Jordan Love? Something like that.
I was gonna say probably not knowing what just happened, but yeah. So okay. Yeah, but yeah, Olave, Dart, even if you had to add one of those seconds to get that done, okay, like go and get a quarterback in that range. Like again,
Ooh.
looking at John Bauer's tiers. Can I get into a Purdy, a T-Law, a Goff, somewhere in there?
And if you want to even go cheaper than that, literally the guy right above Dart in Dynasty KTC rankings, Dak Prescott. Yeah, I'll give you Dart, and the second you give me Dak in a third. And I like Dart a lot, but I also know that Dak is most likely going to give me a top 12 season. Like that's his most probable range of outcomes. So that's probably what I would do there. And then you get the best of both worlds, right? You sold Love, you got the extra draft capital, the first. What else you got Olave, obviously you moved him. Oh, you won't move him in this deal, but you still have Olave to move. So I would be okay with that. I would try that.
Yeah, you basically sent away Jordan Love, Emeka Ibuka, and Bashal Tootin for 226 first, Olave and RJ Harvey, and Trey Benson. I mean, that's disgusting.
The fact that someone gave up a future first for Bashal Tootin,
yes, for Tootin.
By the way, when we were down at the Senior Bowl, I didn't have to interview him, but you know what I mean. Well, kind of fun story. Ray will let you, when you go down there with Ray, right? The first day, you can get your kind of chill, like, I'm shy, I don't want to interview someone. That night, though, Ray is like, you're interviewing someone tomorrow, and you're like, shit. So anyway, Scott was helping me pronounce his name correctly before I interviewed him, and I probably still got it wrong. Anywho. I don't know who is paying the first for Tootin, because that is just absurd. Like, even if you believe in him, why, dude? That's a terrible deal. So yeah, good for you, man. Good for you for taking advantage of it. Yeah.
And like, not only that, like, look, it was in the startup too. So you literally moved up like 10 picks, and you paid a first to do it. Like, that's ridiculous. Good job, Mike. Yeah, maybe that is Liam Cohen in your league doing that thing. But I mean, Shane, I'm just happy that you got your name right when you were talking to Bashal too, and that's the first step. And then Anthony West, appreciate you, big dog. Gonna miss the live. He'll be camping, but had to drop a trade. Okay, 10 teams, start 11, super flex, the PPR. We got Caleb, we got Baker, we got Dart. We got Travion Henderson, RJ Harvey, Scadaboo. We got Marvin Harrison Jr., Worthy, Odunze, Travis Hunter, Olave, Ibuka, and Godwin. We got Tyler Warren, 26 first, 226 seconds, and the rest of the future picks. Trade Odunze for Pickens and a second. So 12 by 11 Superflex PPR, Shane. Odunze or Pickens and a 26 second.
I've been coming around on Odunze. He's definitely a guy I was fading. And it's funny, yeah, because there's been no news. There's no reason for me to come around on him other than I'm thinking about it more and just thinking about how bad that Bears offense was, the play calling was, the line play was. So, of course, the quarterback play wouldn't be good. I forget which show we were on. It might have been when we did Manic and Chill. There was someone in the crowd or the chat, whatever you call it, just kept, bringing up good points. Like his catchable target rate, pass rate last year was really, really bad. You would hope that it would improve. But, he did have, I think he had like a 20% target share. So he's shown that he can be a target getter. He's, when you look at the two of them, you look at Pickens and you look at Rome, like which one of those dudes has the absolute, like realistic opportunity to be the wide receiver one on their offense?
Yeah, but we have to be Rome.
Right. And that's not even a slight on Pickens, but, he's CeeDee Lamb's over there. He's top 6 wide receiver. It ain't you, George. So I think I'm just gonna go with Rome here. Like I said, Rome's been kind of growing on me. I'm believing Narrative Street, that's backed up by some statistics. So I think I would actually keep the Rome side. I want the Rome side.
Yeah, like it's a fairly young team, right? But it's also constructed well. I don't want to do this deal just to get another second. I mean, let's be honest though, right? A 10-team start 11, like Marv, Worthy, Odunze, Hunter, Olave, Ibuka, Godwin. Like you already are deep enough at wide receiver. So like I am interested in seeing if I can extract some value there. But I agree, Shane. Like if I have to make a player bet today, on, who's going to actually maybe have that ascension in value, I feel like there's always going to be the Pickens haters. Yeah. And I do think that, Pickens, again, they landed in Dallas, right? It's either going to work out this year, he gets re-signed, that everyone loves it, or he moves on to another situation and it's all we're talking about in free agency next year, right? So like there's going to be windows on Pickens, but I do feel like Odunze could be that value ascension guy because someone in Chicago has to catch the ball more than everyone else, right? Someone has to do it. And it feels like Odunze's might be that one. So I'm cool with it. Anything else in like a 10 by 11 here, Shane, or anything else that kind of strikes you of what you would do or anything maybe else something different you try?
So that's only 110 starters, right? I'm doing math. Scott would be proud of me for doing math correctly. Let's see, 12 by 10 is 120. So it's a little shallower than that. Yeah, that's the other thing. I don't know that this is a league I want to be splitting an asset when I absolutely don't have to. So we go the other way. Where can I consolidate, if anywhere? This is now the second deal, I think, second trade that we've had so far, a team that has Olave on it. Can I go find what, I don't know, could Scat and Olave get me something stronger? I'm just taking the two players that I don't particularly love. I used to love Olave, but not so much right now. But you also have other pieces you could consolidate with, right? Like there is Worthy, there is Odunze, right? Like if there's a deal I'm going to make with Odunze, it's probably adding to him and trying to get up to another tier.
Mm-hmm. Are you trying to stick within the wide receiver tier, or are you trying to go cross positional on this team?
Harvey, Scat, Trev. I would be fine either way. I mean, the need is more at running back, I think, but I don't want to get so myopic that, you know what I mean? Like, then you know how that is, man. Sometimes you're like, I need this position. And then you also almost do a detriment to yourself because you're so locked in that you give up a little bit of value and you don't get back what you could. So I would go cross positional. That's fine, but it wouldn't have to be.
Right. I got you. Yeah. I'm just thinking like, is there a way that I can like turn that Olave if I'm trying to win, can I turn that Olave into like a Joe Mixon type?
Yeah. I absolutely love that idea. Yeah.
Yeah. And if I want to get, if the goal is to get more picks, even in like a format like this, can I even get Gross or like Travis Etienne and something, right? Like I'll even throw back a third if I can get a second, like just something like that. If that's the goal, we can do that. Otherwise, yeah, I kind of want to keep the Odunze in this shallow of a format. Just bet that he can actually maybe be that difference maker. Anything else in this one, Shane?
No, I think we did okay on this. I hope we did okay on this.
You tell us, Anthony. And
yeah, you tell us. I hope we do okay on all these. I hope no one walks away like these guys suck. So
fingers crossed. Yeah, I hope you enjoy camping, Anthony. Go roast a marshmallow for me. Dynasty Mark. Shout out to the Chiefs. 12-team super flex start 11 2.0 tight end premium. It's a 0.25 point per carry. He's got Jaden Daniels, Drake May. He's got Genty, RJ Harvey, Caleb Johnson. He's got Neighbors, Odunze, Jaden Higgins, and Cans. He's got Laporta, Fant, and Cans. He's got 426 first, 3 seconds, and 320-27 first. So a pretty well insulated team, a young, snappy team. It's being offered Warren for RJ straight up. I'm assuming that's Tyler Warren for RJ Harvey straight up.
Well, because if it's Jalen Warren, it's insulting, and they don't think very much of you.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I assume this is Tyler Warren.
Yeah, we're going to go with Tyler Warren. So 2.0 tight end premium. I'm giving up RJ Harvey to give Tyler. Let me ask you this, Ty. You are in 2.0 tight end premium leagues, are you not?
Mm-hmm. I know you are. Many a league, yes.
With PPC.
Yes.
I don't know if they're quarter point PPCs, but definitely PPCs. Like just being in those leagues, did you see Tyler Warren typically going before RJ Harvey?
Well, unfortunately, all the leagues that they have a lot of Diaz's and other DD members, so that RJ Harvey's team was kind of pre-baked in. But I was in a 14 team. It was a start 2 tight end, so it's a different story. But like Tyler Warren went over RJ Harvey in those leagues.
Okay.
But the way I kind of like to approach 2.0 tight end premium, Shane, is it's the tide that raises all the boats, right? Like a 2.0 tight end premium, I don't want to value someone like a Kyle Pitts more just because the 2.0 is there. I'd rather say I can backfill this for a hell of a lot easier now that raises the floor of those guys. I'd rather probably lean into the 2.25 point per carry here and just bet that RJ Harvey could be the difference maker. But if there's a format that I want to make the bet on Tyler Warren, it'd be a 2.0 for sure.
So I'm just looking at the startup ADP on Dynasty Labs, and both of them are 6-round picks. So that's really not going to help you much. Although the Dynasty Labs isn't 2.0 tight end premium either. So I guess, yeah, sure, it's fine. But we talked a lot about it, Scott in particular, how much of a risk it is drafting rookie tight ends. Well, you have to draft rookie tight ends, but tight ends in general, rookie tight ends, expecting them to be elite, not just in their first year, just in general, just that they'll ever be elite. I like the chances better with RJ Harvey. So I'm just going to hold on to RJ Harvey. If I'm going to move RJ Harvey, can I get George Kittle instead? Can you give me, if I'm trying to fill that tight end position, can you give me a tight end that I know is going to produce, assuming he's not injured, and he wasn't last year. But yeah, can I get a George Kittle? And George Kittle also going in the 6th round of startup. So all in that same range. So I'll do it, but I want George Kittle. That's probably the highest. You're not going to get Trey McBride. You're not going to get Brock Bowers, anything like that. But I'll be fine with George Kittle. I would also think about trading him for Laporta and a piece.
Yeah.
That would probably, again, that's someone that I've seen do it. And it's not that I don't believe in Warren. I think he'll be good. It's just I can't say that with any certainty.
And if you already have Sam Laporta and Noah Fant on your team, I feel less motivated to try to get that Tyler Warren as well,
Right. Like what he's redundant. You already have Laporta, so you can't trade for him. So Hawkinson, Kittle.
Yeah.
That I'd be more apt to do that when Fant, I don't know. Fant doesn't do anything for me. I know that he's like everybody's sleeper darling all of a sudden, but Laporte is probably fine. But if you're going to make that move, it shouldn't be for a tight end that's hasn't shown it. And it's not that I don't think Warren can do it, but it's just that I think Warren, again, Laporte did it, that Kittle can do it. And those are probably, Kittle, that's the cheapest elitist tight end that you can probably get.
Yeah. Pretty fascinating that like Colson, Loveland, and Tyler Warren are going ahead of George Kittle. Like, yes, George Kittle is not a spry young youth, but who else is primed to like be a difference maker at the tight end position aside from George Kittle and the top guys? So
we love us some young tight ends, man.
Mm-hmm.
And then right around that, TJ Hawkinson the next round. So
yep, no doubt about it. I am ready to get hurt again, Shane. When it comes to drafting these young tight ends, but. Yeah, like I said, dynasty value wise, yeah, maybe Warren moves the needle more, but I'm okay with the RJ Harvey bet there, dynasty mark. Cool. Okay, Roy. Sorry about this one. He said sorry in advance, Shane, because it's a best ball question. He knows it's a Shane Manila special. So, 12 by 12, trying to get more picks in the top 100. There are no players to put this yet, but what do we think? My first best ball, so I want to see if he's on the right track. Okay, so 12 by 12. Trade 1. Sends away his 26 first for the 603. Okay, so I'm looking at the Dynasty Data Labs, right? So 603, you could be looking at, like, if it's quarterback, it could be like maybe a Goff or a Penix slip. It could be a Dak or a Bryce. Running back, you'd be looking at Chase Brown, Derrick Henry, Kenny Walker. Wide receiver, Devontae Smith, Zay Flowers, X-Worthy. That Tyler Warren could be there. I think I'd make that move maybe if it's the quarterback and I feel good about it. But I also don't like trading away my first in a startup, Shane.
I don't like trading my first for a 6th round pick. If I'm trading my future first, it's got to be 4th round or you're not getting better. So like 4th round is probably 4th. I could talk myself into the 5th round maybe if like somehow some value like players fell. I'm not doing it for a 6th round pick. And yeah, to your point, I really don't want to be moving my 26 picks in a startup. I just don't. Like, I know we all believe in our ability of drafting, but things happen all the time. And a team that you think is better than it is and you traded away your 26 first. It leaves you no flexibility in season if you want to buy. So even if you are good, you're limited on what you can do in season.
Yeah. Okay, so let's look at trade 2 then. So again, 12 by 12 best ball. So send away the 104 and the 1004. We get back the 312, the 512, and a 26 first. So you're looking at top 4 pick. You're looking at probably one of the quarterbacks, maybe a Jamar Chase, right? That's probably what you're looking at. 312, could be Garrett Wilson, AJ Brown, Bucky Irving, Travis Hunter, Kyler Murray, Breece Hall, Tet, Sam Laporta, Baker Mayfield, someone in that range. 512, we've already kind of gone over the guys in that range when we talked about the 603. You had 26 first as well. I think the problem on this one for me, Roy, is giving back that 10th round pick, knowing it's a start 12. Because that's a starter in this format. And you're looking at, what was it, 1004. So, Kyle Pitts, Chris Godwin, DeAndre Swift, James Conner, Travis Etienne, Josh Downs, Khalil Shakir, Geno Smith, right? Like all of those are very, very useful pieces in a best ball league. I like getting the first, and I like the idea of trying to split my one piece into multiples. But Shane, I almost feel like I could get maybe further ahead if I just take the elite asset and break that down the line versus doing it in the startup. I don't know. How do you feel?
The only thing is you are in best ball leagues with me, and what I've learned is it's hard to split an elite asset. It really is, right? So let's just say in season, you're trying to trade Jamar Chase for Garrett Wilson and Xavier Worthy and a 26 first. So Jamar Chase, Kyle Pitts for Worthy, Wilson, and a first. Like, I don't know that you would get that done, to be quite honest with you. I don't think you'd pull it off in a best ball.
Yeah.
So I kind of lean the other way. I do agree with you. I'm not a fan of giving up the 10th. I'm probably trying to push that back a couple rounds, because you are giving up the premier asset of the deal, the 104. And if they really want it, cool, that's fine. Let me give you a 12th instead of a 10th.
Yeah. Can I make that a 12th or a 13th? I feel a lot better about that, right?
Yeah. Right.
But yeah, no, that's definitely one. And I agree, right? It is probably easier to get it done now versus trying to do that in season, especially because, Shane, a lot of people come out of these best ball drafts and they're all trying to do the same thing. They're all trying to do the exact same deal, which nothing gets done because of that.
Okay. Nope. Yeah, look, I'm in multiple best ball leagues with you. I think at least one.
I think so.
I think at least 2. I think. I think I'm in like 2 with you. There's not a lot of dealing. There just isn't. There just
not right now.
No, it's just people aren't doing it.
It'll pick up in season when there's reasons to, but yeah, it's a little quiet right now. But yeah, trade 3 sold that 26 first and his 26 third for the 510. So what was it 510? Again, we've kind of gone over what's in the 510 range, right? Again, you're probably doing that for a quarterback. You have to add a third to do that as well. I'll tell you, I mean, Roy, if I'm not doing the first for the 603, I don't think I'm tacking a third on to move up a couple more picks. But again, I don't like not having my first. I think it lights a fire in me that I have to be so right, and I don't want to be that dynasty arrogant, especially in July. I don't know, Shane. Do you feel any different about
that? So I mean, I get what he's doing here, right? Mm-hmm. And he did state that he's trying to get all the picks that he can in this draft.
Yeah.
But man, it feels like someone bailed me out. I got a first back, and then I was like, screw that. I'm going right back to it. I don't love it because, like you said, I didn't like it for the 603. I'm not going to like it for the 510. I just don't. I do not like it. I understand the thought process behind it. You explained it, so that's part of it. But I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah. If I can go the other way, like if I can sell those picks ISO for a first, cool, right? That you'll feel probably a lot better about that. But yeah, I mean, I agree, right? And sometimes in best ball, you got to take those 80% deals to break it down and to actually build out in a 12 by 12 the way that you have to actually have a decent contender, right? It's not like a lineup league. It's about what else is on your bench beyond that 12. That's where I don't just want to like send in a 10th just to get the deal through. Like I'd rather be a little more sturdy on that. But either way, you have some opportunities here probably to break some things down. So yeah, good luck there, Roy. Sweet. Alec Malone. Here we go. Super flex 10 by 10, Shane. We got a PPR. It's a 1.5 tight end premium. 6-point passing touchdown, -2 interceptions for the quarterbacks. We got Caleb, Dak, Bijan, CMC, Jonathan Taylor, Neighbors, London, Odunze, Waddle, Olave. A lot of Olave tonight. Judy, Hawkinson, and Kincaid. Sent away Jamar Chase, or is that Chase? Which Chase? Chase. I don't see Chase Brown. Do you see a Chase?
Neighbors, London, Odunze,
sent away Chase for Caleb and Rome. So, I guess that's how he got Caleb and Rome. Okay, so he had Jamar Chase.
Okay.
Sent it away for Caleb, Rome, and his 26th first back. Oh, and he only had May at quarterback. Then he moved May for Dak and a 26th first. Whoa, okay. So we talk about like getting your first back in a deal, especially if you're trying to like, do some things. But talk to me, Shane, on this team, are you craving to get your first back, and how do you feel on the deals?
I mean, I always want a first. Like, I'm never going to turn a first down, but on a team where I have Caleb, Dak, Bijan, JT, Neighbors, London, Waddle, Hawk.
It's a 10 by 10, right? Like,
I don't think my team is going to be bad in any sense. I mean, I do want a first. Yeah, the fact that you moved May for the 26 first and Dak that's basically like hang that on your refrigerator, because that is art. Like, take down whatever nonsense that your kids drew, because it probably looks terrible. Post that, and if your wife says anything, just be like, look, this is better than anything our kids are going to do, to be honest with you. I'd put that on the fridge. So yeah, I love that. Absolutely love it.
Yeah, so Caleb, Rome, and getting your 26 first back for Jamar Chase. 10 by 10. I mean, I don't need, 10 by 10, like, I don't need to have, like, if it's not an elite quarterback, I can play with the Dak range. I know he said he had May. Rome and your 26 first back, unless I know that's going to be a top 4 pick or even a top 2 pick, I'm just going to lean Chase in a 10 by 10 there, right, Jane?
Yeah, but here's the thing, right? So if I do that deal, can I just turn around and trade Rome in a 26 first for someone? Like, can I then go trade Rome in the 26 first for, I don't know, AJ Brown in a second? Or can I get someone to bite, can I just not even add anything back? And can I get, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of wide receivers in a range that I like up top there.
Well, you were talking, you want to get into some more JSN. Would you do that for JSN?
Rome straight up for JSN, but that's just moving chairs. Yeah, that's really just moving chairs. I mean, we already have London, which would be kind of be like the next guy I would say. You're obviously not getting Neighbors. How about Rome and a piece for Lad McConkey?
Yeah, that's up there. I think I'd probably target like a Nico Collins, because I feel like people don't put like the eliteness up behind him. If I can get Nico, I'd love that.
Yeah, and that's the same vein as AJ, right? Like, it's these elite wide receivers, but they are not getting the attention, or they don't get the love that other elite producing wide receivers get.
Yeah, absolutely. And like, if I can throw in Olave and get like an extra pick or something tacked on there while I make that move, like, I'm cool to add that value in as well to get the deal through. But I love sending away Drake May for Dak in a 26 first. That first is a top 10 pick, and I start in a 10-team league, so I'm very much so here for that move. Dynasty value of May be damned. I will take the quarterback in the first there.
The QB7. QB7.
Crazy, man. Crazy. Did I give up Chase too light? I was sent the offer. It was accepted without negotiation. He has 2 firsts, 2 seconds, and 26. Should be trying to tier back up at wide receiver, just like we talked about. The team is good enough to win given the other teams. I agree. Light is relative, though.
Yeah, I mean, in a 10 by 10, is it probably light? Probably, right? Because you split them up into 3 assets.
That's what it's going to cost in a 10 by 10, right? Like, that is the cost,
But generally, like, if you're trying to move a Chase, like, you don't want 3 assets, right? You want, like, at most 2, because then they're 2 really, really strong assets. But, like, what was your quarterback situation before Caleb? Obviously, it was just May.
Yeah.
You needed one, right? It's super flex.
Yep.
I know it's 10 by 10. Quarterbacks are less scarce. Caleb's got rushing upside that he was, I think last year he ended up with over 500 rushing yards quietly. So he's probably a lot better, or at least there's a lot more upside there than we think. So I'm okay with the deal. It's not like, even if it is light, it's not like it's obnoxiously light. You know what I mean?
And no, Shane, I swear to God, I did not look at this before I said this, but he actually moved Roman that 26 first for Nico. So he did the deal we talked about. He got that one done. So it's basically Chase for Caleb and Nico. Like, I feel better about that, right? I do feel better about that in that sense, right? So he did the damn thing.
Look, everything worked out there. I'm taking pictures of all of that and putting them all up over the house. Just everywhere.
Honey, throw out the macaroni. We're done.
Like, pull down that stupid live, laugh, love thing in the bathroom, and we're gonna frame this and put that up instead.
That was actually the first thing we took down in our house when we moved in. There was a live, laugh, love thing over the window. We tore that thing down immediately.
I know a human being that has that tattooed on them, and I actually was making fun of tattoos that don't mean anything, and I literally quoted that, and then she goes, "That's my tattoo," and I go, "No way," and she shows me, and I go, "Oh." Anyway.
I'll hit us with this. We both deserve that, but that was fun. All right, here we go. Matt Dorian, 12-team Superflex start 10. It's a full point premium for tight ends. It's a 0.25 point per carry. We got Jaden Daniels, Sam Darnold, and backups. We got Monty Kamara, and I'm assuming this is actually Jalen Warren this time, Shane. Any running back on a 53. We got JSN, Tyreek Hill, George Pickens, X Worthy, Josh Downs, Emeka Ibuka. Got to have that Jack Besh, Engram, Gesicki, and Waller. An extra second. I wonder how much fab they spent on that Waller. Traded Hurts, Puka, and a 27 first for Jaden Daniels, JSN, Downs, and a 26 second.
You lost.
Damn. Yeah. Is it fair to say Puka over JSN? Like, that's fair?
It's not even close. Okay. Not even close. The first is on the wrong side.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. Look, Jaden Daniels is the quarterback 2 in Dynasty. Okay, fine. I get it. He's the new hotness. Hurts was the QB 8 last year. I think he had a down year for him. Yeah. Okay. Like, that's the only rationale behind it that I can see, is that you think that Jaden Daniels is that much of an upgrade over Jalen Hurts. I don't think so. I don't. And it's not the Philly dialect. It's not that. I'm sorry. He was the QB6 last year.
Oh.
Oops. Yeah, he's been the QB1, QB2, and QB6 in his starting seasons. I'm sorry. He's been no worse than the QB6 in any of his 4 starting seasons. What more do you want? You know what I mean? For me to have to throw a first on top of that?
Yeah.
I better be getting Josh Allen with something else added to it. I should be getting Jaden Daniels and JSN. Like, I shouldn't have to then put Puka in it. Like, no. So I don't want to be mean, but I don't like this deal.
I refuse to add a first to Hurts to get to Jaden Daniels, even to get to Josh Allen straight up. Like I said, there has to be something else coming back my way for me to even be motivated to do that. I'm not that arrogant, Shane, that I think that Jalen Hurts isn't going to do the thing that he's done all the time. And then, I want Puka over JSN. Downs in a second, not really going to impact the deal for me too much, and doesn't really close the gap there. So, yeah, I mean, so looking at his team here, right? So, again, he has a pretty nice team, like, all things considered. He has a lot of wide receivers, decent tight end room. Like, is there anything else that you would do with this team?
Can I trade Daniels for Jalen Hurts in a first? I mean, obviously, we need a second quarterback, right? Although I kind of like Darnold, and I guess this is the same concept. Like, I have the smash. I went all. I'm just happy to see that happens to other people besides me.
It's not just you.
But
I'll get this to work eventually.
But you got the smash quarterback, right? So I guess you're not dying to get that QB2 upgrade. It does feel like I need another running back. It feels like I need to, like, the wide receiver room. Is that Tyreek Hill? That can't be any other Hill, right?
Yeah.
He feels like
Taysom.
Taysom broke his back, right? Didn't he break something?
No, I think his knee exploded.
Same difference, right? Knee, back, it's all part of your body. It's all one organ. I I don't know. Do you think, here's part of this problem. Do you think this team's winning is constructed this year?
It has a puncher's chance, sure. It's not my favorite, and it's probably one of those teams that 6 weeks into the season, you're probably looking to kick it to the next year.
And that's part of why I don't like giving up that first, especially now. I like JSN. Again, this isn't last year. I like JSN. I like Pickens. I like Worthy. But all three of those dudes could just be wide receiver 2 to wide receiver 3s. And if that's where you're at, I don't know that you're strong enough anywhere else to make up for that. You know, the lack of having a legit wide receiver 1, because you don't have a legit running back 1. I mean, Kamara, I guess Kamara is that, right? But it does feel like you need a little bit more running back help. You also need tight end help. Yeah. I mean, look, quite honestly, and it's too late for this, I'm probably deconstructing this team going, what can I get for Daniels? What can I get for Darnold? What can I get for Monty? What can I get for Kamara? What can I get for Hill? JSN's movable. Pickens is movable. You know what? The only thing I'll hold on to is Daniels and Ibuka. Everybody else would probably be on the block for me, to be quite frank.
Yeah. I just don't feel any different about this team if that was said Daniels or that said Hurts. So I definitely don't want to like burn even if that's not my 27 first, I still really don't want to burn that in the deal. And then, I'm just going to personally prefer Puka over JSN. And then, like Downs at a second, that wasn't really impacting your team much anyway. So you can add that in. But like I'm not running to put this one up on the fridge for like this team. But I do think that you do have pieces that people are going to want in season for sure. You just got to be open to make the deals when they happen. And then again, if you tell me I'm rolling in with Daniels, Ibuka, and some homemade dynamite and a bunch of liquid picks and some nice players, like I'm cool with it, right? Like let's load up for 27 or 26 or whatever. But just that's why I don't want to move that first. I just don't. All right. Dorf. Happy Friday, y'all. Happy Friday to you too. It's a 10-team super flex, start 11. You guys start 3 wide receivers, and it's a 0.5 tight end premium. Should I trade Baker, Godwin, McLaurin, Benson, Giddens, and a 2027 second, which could be early, for Jalen Hurts, George Pickens, Tank Bigsby, and Rashad White? The 27 second is the other guys. Okay, so Baker, Godwin, McLaurin, Benson, Giddens, and the 27 second going back to that manager for Hurts, Pickens, Bigsby, and White. I mean, what is the upgrade worth for Hurts here for you, Shane?
Yeah, I guess this is how much do you believe, or how close do you think Baker is to what we saw last year? Like, is he that guy? Like, is he going to be a top 5 quarterback every year? Because that's Hurts is a top 6. So is he going to be a top 6 quarterback every year? And if he's not, is the difference going to be that significantly apart from where Hurts is going to be? It feels like you're giving up a lot, right? Because you're giving up a ton of players, but Benson and Gideons, I was going to call them Gideons. Benson and Giddens don't matter to me. No. So really it's Baker, Godwin, McLaurin for Hurts and Pickens. I mean, okay, so Bigsby and Rashad White, and they wipe each other out, a second on the left. Mm-hmm. I'm actually, I actually like the Hurts side. I do. Sure, Baker and Godwin for Hurts works for me. Baker and McLaurin for Hurts works for me in a 10-by-11. Pickens, he's equal to Godwin or McLaurin, so whichever one doesn't do that, like, to me, I'll take the Hurts side. I will take the Hurts side.
Because I think I want me personally, I think I want either Godwin or McLaurin over George Pickens. I'm not there on like a Baker and a Godwin or a Baker and a McLaurin for Hurts, but if you add in that 27 second, sure, we'll do that. So then you're talking like Benson, Giddens for Rashad White. Yeah, like whatever, right? Like kind of choose your sides.
Literally. Yeah, sure. Fine.
Whatever. So Dorf, he said a couple things. So one, team 2 has Connor and JT, so he gets his 2 handcuffs. How much do you care about handcuffs?
No, I absolutely not at all. Like literally no. Like I'm annoyed when I actually accidentally trade for a handcuff on my team. I'm like, son of a bitch. Like what? So then I'm rooting for my running back to get injured so that I can use his inferior version of him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's an insurance policy for a gun, but they give you a super soaker instead.
Exactly. No, I do not care. Do not care.
Sure. So the team is Joe Burrow, Baker, Nix, Tua. That's a hell of a quarterback room. Genty, Bucky, Kamara, Benson, Najee, Scadaboo, Tootin. Yeah. Jamar Chase, Nico, Rashee Rice, Terry McLaurin, Godwin, Ibuka. A lot of Ibuka too on the show. Debo, Juwan Jennings, Burden, Kyle Williams, McBride, and Evan Ingram. Well, Dorf, this is a good ass team.
It is.
And if you're go ahead.
So here's the other thing though, right? We have Burrow, Baker, and Nix. Do we really need to make these moves for Jalen Hurts? I love Jalen Hurts, but do I need to do this? And if I do need to do it, I'm still doing it. It's fine. But then I'm probably looking to move Tua or Nix because I can't have that much plowed into the quarterback room, to be quite frank. I can't believe you couldn't move Nix, but sure, I'll still do the deal, but I am looking to move Nix, and then that's not because I don't like him. It's because I think he holds a lot of value.
Well, I mean, what this tells me, right? It's a 10-team league, and that's your quarterback room, is that quarterback's probably not valued in your league market, right? So I don't know if I have to trade up for Hurts on this team. I probably doesn't change the way I feel end of the day, but yeah, I mean, I do like having those wide receiver names that you listed there in a start 11 where you have to start 3 wide receivers for sure. Pickens a second, Bigsby, Rashad White, like, I don't know. It all kind of goes out in the wash. I think I would just probably stand Baker, Godwin, McLaurin, knowing everything here. But there's certainly a deal.
It feels more lateral to you than anything.
That's the thing. If you did solve the need, you may have made like another hole elsewhere. Like either way, your team is good enough that you can make these kind of deals and just play to your preference, right? Like if you want Hurts, if you feel like Hurts makes your team better, you feel like Hurts makes your team more flexible, go and do it. Again, in a start 10, I do want to get to the top of the quarterback ladder if I can, but I don't feel like I'm lacking when I have Burrow, Baker, Nix, and Tua. If anything, I have too many options. So if I'm moving a deal, I want to get rid of a quarterback completely. I don't want one back. Yep. So I don't know what would that look like in a 10-team league? Like Shane, like what are you moving? Let's call it Nix. Like what are you moving Nix for if you made this deal?
Let's look at our wide receivers tier here, right? So it's probably someone in that Rashee Rice type of tier, right? What's he, wide receiver 18 or so? I think.
17, 18.
17, 18,
yeah.
Can I get a top 15 wide receiver for him? Let me bring up KTC real quick because I already have it up because I'm a nerd like that. Yeah, can I get Lad McConkey? Can I get JSN? Can I get AJ Brown, Tet, Hunter? It's probably as low as I want to go as I'm looking at it. Can I get one of those guys? To your point, like I don't need a quarterback back. Just give me the stronger one singular piece that I hope to get out of the deal.
Yeah. You already got McBride and Evan Ingram, so I feel great at tight end, no matter how I slice that.
Right.
Dorf, it's a great team. So you're playing with a fun team here. Yeah, I think I would just maybe lean into it. I agree. Let's find ways to climb that wide receiver ladder tier up where we can there and raise that floor. But good stuff. Okay, Jed Tatiano. Traded Najee the Pirate.
Arr.
Arr. Yeah. For the 204 before the draft. When on the clock, I traded 2-4 back to that manager for their 26 first so they could draft Burden. Good God, Jed. Does this type of move potentially make me someone others don't want to trade with? Great question. So Shane, if you're in a league and you see someone make a deal, they traded away their Najee for this 2-4, and then this other league mate comes in with the silver platter and just gives them their first for the rights to Luther Burden. Does that make you less motivated to go and trade with that other manager?
No. I don't blame you for good fortune. You know what I mean? Like you, what that shows me is that I need to go ahead and make offers to that other manager or managers whenever it happens. If it keeps happening. I mean, you know, like I'll rib you a little bit. Like, damn, why is Jed always getting these deals? Like, I might get a little angry in the chat. Like, I've sent similar deals. Why is no one dealing with me? But like, I can't be mad at you because you made a good deal. Like, I'm still going to try to deal with you. If there's a deal to be made and it's beneficial, there's probably not anyone in the league you should ever say that, oh, I'm just not going to trade with that person. Because, I mean, first of all, it's not real life. It's fantasy football, right? Like, you shouldn't have trade embargoes, you know. And if you're in a league with people that you dislike that much that you won't deal with them, maybe don't be in that league. But just someone's making good deals. Again, it'll annoy me, but it's not going to stop me from making deals with them. It'll probably make me, you know, make sure that I don't make a bad deal with them, so I don't join that group that's already made bad deals with them.
Right. But what the funny thing is when you make that deal, and then when you get like 3 other trade offers in your inbox immediately, that's probably a sign that maybe you gave up a good deal to someone else there.
Yeah.
But again, I think we take this fantasy football stuff a little too seriously sometimes too. Like, it's not that deep, man. Like, you got a good deal. I wouldn't hold it against you, like you said. Like, I'm not, oh, you got ahead, therefore I must embargo you. Yeah, no, that's not happening. Like, if anything, hey, you have more assets to play with. Maybe you play a little loose. Like, can I get you to make one of those deals where you should have put your phone down, but now you got those trade juices flowing and you want to do something else? So maybe I can get that first off you or something different. I don't know. But yeah, no, Jed, I wouldn't hold it against you. Good work.
Not at all.
So I mean, hey, that is literally everything that's in the hopper here, Shane. So unless anyone has any other trades they want to get in, do you have any other kind of final thoughts on making deals in Dynasty in July or anything else that you're trying to actively do in your leagues here, Shane?
I am going through my rosters and I'm looking at, people aren't going to like this. I'm looking at the starting lineup I want to put in. Do I actually have a starting lineup, right? I think what happens, I don't know if it's everyone else, but sometimes I do this. The rookie draft is going to save my roster. Then the rookie draft comes and goes. I draft the players that I draft. And, you know, the second round of the rookie draft doesn't quite turn out the way that I thought it would. Like, I thought the second round of this draft was going to be absolutely the running back heaven for Dynasty because there was going to be so many running backs drafted in the third and fourth round. Nope. It didn't come to fruition like that. So some of the rosters that I was counting on being saved by rookie picks weren't. And that's just dealing with reality, right? So I am looking at my rosters now and going, all right, do I have a legit starting lineup? Is this team deep? Can this team compete? I'm looking at the playoff calculator on Dynasty Daddy going, all right, if I don't want to punt this year, I need to make some moves. What are those teams? So I'm just making some decisions on my roster. I know it's only July, but it's really not, it's never too early to look at your rosters and go, all right, this is what I need. Matter of fact, while we're doing this, I'm sending out offers in the league, one of the leagues we're in together, F them picks, going, hey, I have an abundance of running backs, right? I have, I think, the 3rd or 4th ranked running back room, something like that. My tight end room is by far the worst, 12th. It's not even particularly close. So I'm going, all right, well, there's a clear need. I need a tight end. I have tons of running backs. Who can I make a deal with? I just looked at your roster. You'd be great to make a deal with. Unfortunately, you're already stacked at running back.
I mean, I'm happy to roll that advantage even further. So we can chat. But yeah, no, it's definitely a good time to go through your rosters. Yeah, use those tools, Dynasty Daddy, JB's tiers, the Discord. Like, you know, there's a ton of options on how to kind of get these things and get your mind right. Yeah, man, I agree too. Right? It's just, what are you trying to do? And like, do you actually, are you aligning your team with where it should be? Right? If I have this team, I don't have a starting lineup. And yeah, Shane, I agree. I felt great hitting that button on Tootin and Scattaboo and Sampson and all those guys. But then month out, I'm like, oh yeah, that need really isn't solved. I have just a lot more stuff now that maybe will work out. But the draft at least brought that excitement, right? And maybe that's a lesson, is if you can use that excitement just to kick out that pick and get out in the rookie draft versus taking the bet on the rookie, it's probably the right move. But we'll see. Tons of windows to come. We got training camp coming up, what, in 3 weeks? Something like that. Football in like 8 weeks. So
it's here. It's all happening.
It's going to be a very exciting time. We're going to be here the entire time talking your trade. So get in here. Again, hit that little QR code in the corner if you want to hop in the Discord. hit the join button, $3.99 a month American. Get access to this show, get access to Dynasty and Chill. Tons of new stuff coming. Anything else, Shane, for the people?
No, man, I think you hit it. Appreciate everybody watching. Appreciate everyone putting the questions in. I'm proud of us. We got 50 minutes with just the two of us. That's impressive. That means if Scott was here, this episode would have been an hour and 86 minutes.
Yeah. I don't check the math because it's correct. But thank you, John K, Mike Coran, Anthony West, Dynasty Mark, Roy G, Alec Malone, Matt Delron, Dorf, and Jed. I butchered your names, but we hopefully didn't butcher this show. We love y'all. Thanks for the trades, and we added this thing. Peace.